Hello and welcome to I Can't Say It Day 302. How are you doing? Today is Monday, and you know what that means? Today is weigh day. As I have been telling you in the past few days, my weight's been going up. And it was briefly for a moment 260.2. Then I went to the bathroom a little bit more and I dropped it to 259.8. So I'm still in the 250s, but the weight has been going up a little. So I still have that nice 260 barrier that I'm still under, but I'm no longer in the non-obese category or the overweight category. I'm now back in obesity category. So I have to work myself back down to that again. And that's okay. We'll see how that goes through the next week. I'm not sure what's going to happen. You know, it's what Wednesday is. It's Halloween. So there's the chance that there might be candy being eaten, and of course that can, of course, put on the weight. Let's hope not, though. So my wife and I, we just spent the evening looking at our ballot, making our decisions on who to vote for and what propositions to vote for. And it went well. Okay, so most of the California propositions are going to get a no. There's a few that are going to get a yes. I don't recall what they are, but I'll update you prior to voting so that you know. Most people that we are going to vote for will tend to be of the Democratic Party, but you just never know. Sometimes you might just vote no to both choices because both choices are pretty bad. Right now, the state superintendent of education is between Tuck and Thurmond, and we're a little uncertain as to who to vote for. The messaging that we're getting from the mailings and the television commercials have both gone negative, and really for the state superintendent of education election to go negative on this topic on the election is I don't know. I don't think is appropriate. I think you're supposed to take the high road, at least if you're going to be the head superintendent of education in the state of California. Don't you think? So I don't know why they have to go negative. And when people are putting their messages in the booklets so that we are informed of why they want us to vote yes or to vote no, some of the answers opposing the choice, let's just say they're rather weak. Let's just leave it at that. You know, give us a good reason why we should be voting against this proposition. Don't give us clever sayings or clever comments. Go right out and just present the evidence. We think you should not vote against this proposition because A, B, C, D. It costs too much. It's not gonna have the effect that we want it to. It's helping the wrong people. There are other ways to do this. Give us solid reasons for voting against it. Okay? Just like we expect the people to vote for it, or he's going to give us solid reasons to vote for something. And my wife was reading one of the propositions, and she was reading, yes, this is a problem. 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 And then the proposition itself, which is supposed to solve these problems, ain't going to solve these problems. It's funny how they presented several problems, but the solution isn't going to solve the problems. But just because you lump them all together, the electorate might be gullible enough that they might say, yeah, I think this is a good idea, when in reality, it may be a good idea, but it may not be a good idea. Let's have good, solid propositions, okay? That's my recommendation. And as you know, in the state of California, there are two ways to get a proposition on the ballot. One is through the legislature voting for it to put it on the ballot. The other is to acquire signatures. And I think the number of signatures is somewhere around between 200,000 and 300,000 signatures. You get 200,000 to 300,000 signatures, you can get a proposition on the ballot. And we have, I didn't break it down, but I think it's like half legislature, half signatures. And so almost always I think we're going to be voting no on the ones with the signatures, but I'll have to double check that list. But voting isn't until a week from tomorrow, so we will be doing that then. We hope that all of you too will be voting on on election day. It is the single most day of this year in terms of setting a course for this country in a direction that we all want it to go. Now, notice my language is quite vague, and I am not proposing one direction or another. What I am saying is that we need to be smart with our choices. We need to choose people who are going to lead us in the right direction. And I'm not saying Democrats, I'm not saying Republicans, I'm not saying independents or libertarians or Green Party or any of the other party for that matter. The drawing a blank on the Monty Python sketch. The People's Front of Judea or whatever, the People's Liberation Front. Anyway, but we need to be spending time looking at our ballots like we did. We spent close to an hour and a half looking at the ballot today, and I think it was time well spent. I enjoyed the time that we had looking at the ballot and going through the propositions and talking about ambulance drivers and should they take a break, or are they allowed to take a break? When should they take their break? Should they be on call when they're taking their break? That's pretty all exciting. That one, believe it or not, was the most interesting of the propositions. If you read the general bulletin that comes out from the Department of Elections, or whatever it's called, it provides all sorts of information about the way the ambulance services run. And it's actually very informative. I highly recommend that you seek that out. Anyway, it's coming up on 11:30. It is time to go to sleep. It is time to hit the hay. So weigh day came in. I'm still 255 point something, 259 point something. So yeah, I'm close to 5 pounds higher than I've been. I don't have a 5 pound weight, but you know. So got to get back on track. I'm sure the bicycle riding was helping a whole lot, but I got to get my bike fixed, and we'll see if I can get that done soon. So with that, I'm going to wish you all a pleasant evening. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.